Hi, I'm Shilpa. I just got one of the first shows of Pathaan, and let me tell you, it was as electrifying as anticipated. The kind of build up for this film was immense. It's the first time Shah Rukh Khan is attempting action in such a full fledged manner. It was his comeback to the theatre after 4 years, after a rather disastrous stint at the box office with Zero. It was a superstar who was absolutely browbeaten. We thought he was at his lowest. Even in his personal life, he was battling so many allegations after the demise of Sushant Singh Rajput. We saw the kind of juggernaut that came rolling for the film industry, and it really looked like the death knell was sounding for him after his son Aryan Khan was caught in that media glare, and it looked like all that goodwill he had earned was going to dust. But he has risen like a phoenix from the ashes, and it's in no way um, any less part to the kind of imagery that this film has. In fact, there is a cameo by somebody who's a friend of his, another superstar, who says बहुत आराम कर लिया भाई 4 साल हो गए अब तो काम करो अब काम पे लगो. He says so. It's very intentional. All those dialogues are not incidental for sure, and I'm sure the makers will go ahead and say it's just a script. It was just a coincidence. None of this is coincidental. The fact is, somebody. Even the storyline shows him, and I'm not revealing much here. Just as you've seen this in Jason Bourne, you've seen this in other movies of this sort. Action is like Captain America, but more like the Bourne series. When you look at the agent being let down by their own, but still fights for the country. So it's on those very similar lines. It's by the numbers sort of spy entertainer, but also let me say it's very different because a 57-year-old who attempts to do this for the first time. Let's not take Tom Cruise into account. He's been flying planes for 30 years now. So now, even now, we saw him do that without any strings attached. This one around, very VFX heavy. I'm not saying SRK has done his own stunts. What he has done is he is somebody with a lot of injuries. You've heard about his knee injuries, his back injuries. Despite that, he's put his back into it. The action in this film is something he's never attempted before. I'm sure he was even advised against it, but a superstar who wanted to give it his all, attempt a genre that he hadn't done before. And I also think it was a cathartic release for him to come on screen with all these guns blazing at this stage in his career. Perhaps the way he was feeling, maybe he didn't feel like a romantic lover boy, and maybe he didn't feel at home in those lovely rom-com genres or family drama genres that he's excelled at. He really wanted to come back in an action entertainer, and he's done just that. This is a Siddharth Anand film, so if you've watched his previous films such as Bang Bang or War, you will be familiar with the genre and his kind of directorial style, which continues onto this film as well. It has definitely a spillover, a lot of familiar treatments when it comes to the action and even the storyline. So the story really is sort of stringing along a few main action scenes. So I feel you put down those action scenes on paper, and then you kind of write the story in. So when you are doing the story in that fill in the blank sort of form, you have to understand as the audience that you need to be there for the action, you need to be there for that high octane drama. You can't be expecting some very cerebral level sort of rationale or logic or even the science to be very sound here. So I would say definitely suspend your disbelief. Don't go in expecting something that you can write a thesis on. It is a film that you need to come with both hands empty so you can clap. You need to come so that you can whistle as well. And also, you have to be a little patient because Shah Rukh Khan fans are coming back to the theatres after 4 years. You can't complain about the sort of noise that you're going to see in the theaters. They're absolutely letting loose every time he comes on screen. In fact, I thought the scenes for John Abraham, his entries, his many kind of ominous entries that he has in the film, those had a great build up. They had a lot of cinematic energy to them, but it was Shah Rukh who stole the scene, and he didn't even have to do much. He just had to come on screen. You had that wind blower in front of him, so his hair was aesthetically blowing in the wind, and he was the camera loved him. He was center stage, and even Deepika was overshadowed when it came to the sort of glamour that Shah Rukh Khan brought to screen, and that really is saying something. Now, I want to quickly talk about the cuts that were made in the film. Some some words were muted. I don't know what that lip sync was. I'm sure very soon on social media we'll know what was lip synced and what was muted out. That orange bikini, that very contentious orange bikini, is it there? Yes, it is very much there in the song. It in fact extends after the song as well, and I don't think many objections are coming in now. I feel perhaps we've seen the last of those protests. I do hear there are some protests continuing in Bengaluru by some Hindu outfits. I know Bajrang Dal and BHP on their part have said, okay, we're calling off the protests, we'll watch the film and then decide. I don't think they should have a problem with it. The plot is a by the numbers spy film for India, which is the main enemy is Pakistan. What they want is Kashmir, and they show the various nefarious methods that are employed to take hold of Kashmir after Article 370, so 2019, 4 years on, and we are here. So it basically unfolds in the present period, and it also shows Shah Rukh as an agent who's taken a hiatus for 4 years. So there in cinema, there's a 2x Machina, which means a hand of God. You usually have that by way of a lucky miracle, or a person who comes to bail you from a difficult situation. Now, who comes to bail Shah Rukh Khan when he's in a fix, when he's surrounded by guns and people with weapons, when he's helpless? Who's going to come and help him? Well, there's only one person who's up to the task. Who is it? That you will know very soon, because I'm telling you, I was watching this film in a PVR, and despite that, there were people right in the row ahead of me filming that cameo. I don't think you are going to be spoiler free for for a few more minutes, leave alone hours. I feel like those scenes are going to get leaked on very soon. But I can tell you this: there were two cameos that were expected, and I stayed till the last scene, right, to check if the other cameo is also going to happen. So the other cameo, no, just that person is name checked. The name of the person in that movie. So the movies in the Ashaj universe, spy universe, are Tigers in the Hair, War, and then you have this one. So all the agents in that are actually going to be working together going forward. So you will be that's something that Yash Raj has announced. It's the fourth film in that Yash Raj spy universe. So we will see these actors coming together. But I can just tell you that there is one cameo. Talking about the songs very quickly, Besharam Rang, of course, that was a talking point. And when that song comes, everyone goes crazy in the theater. Jume Jo Pathaan is the other one. But otherwise, it's not really song heavy, and we're not seeing them do much of a song and dance. And this, it's absolutely, high flying, just pulling the punches, everyone fighting fit, be it John, be it Deepika. But Shah Rukh, the kind of action that he does, and it's also coupled with the sort of excitement in the theaters. So I think I was heavily influenced by the kind of festive flavor in the cinema halls. It really feels like a Pathaan festival. Everybody is so happy. I wouldn't say it's just college kids or school kids or older people, because Shah Rukh is in his late 50s. So you that audience which was with him is still very loyal, coming back. But even the younger audience is just so happy. I'm just looking around. Okay, so this show just concluded, so it's a rather empty theater here. But in Mumbai, also I quickly want to say that the Mumbai police has said we're going to be taking very strict action against anybody trying to come and disrupt the peace by trying to protest against this film. We're not going to be taking that very lightly. So the atmosphere in Mumbai here is just one of excitement. Everybody is making plans to watch this film with their friends and family. movie, and it's become an absolute event. Now we've been talking about the post-pandemic cinema going really needs to be a sort of tentpole event. So this has evolved into that, where a lot of people are making plans to go and watch this film. It's not just um, a one-off sort of impulsive go. People are really making tickets in advance, and the many repeat watchers as well. A lot of people who are loyal Shah Rukh fans are coming. Families are coming to watch it. People who want to maybe bunk school or college have come to watch it, and of course, people like me who have to watch it for work. But yeah, of course, I'm a Shah Rukh Khan fan as well. At the end of the day, so take everything I said with a pinch of salt. I'm telling you, it is his most action-packed film yet. I would not go ahead and use superlatives like best or his most amazing performance. I wouldn't say that, but this definitely might go ahead to become the highest grossing film of Shah Rukh's career, even because let's remember his first most highest grossing film so far is Chennai Express at 400 crores. That happened around 2012-13, and Tiger Zinda has crossed over 200, 300 crores. So this is also part of that spy universe. So as you know, to click at the theaters, you just don't have to do a good job. You have to do a good job in a genre that's currently selling. So Shah Rukh has definitely struck gold with the genre, the reception, and also the fact that he has waited to come back to theaters and people have waited to receive him. It has been absolute pandemonium. As for how many stars this film has, I'm going to give this film. Well, it has the King Khan coming back. He's reclaiming his king moniker. You have Deepika Padukone. You have John Abraham. So I will go with 3.5 to even 4 stars if you were going to go and watch it with Shah Rukh fans. I would even, I would give it definitely 3.5 for the entertainment value, and then another half a star for the absolutely electric atmosphere that I enjoyed in the theaters, because that really is what you call a movie going experience.